Okay. So I'm going to in this video, I'm going to actually be revealing my XAUUSD secret strategy analysis and just the basic things and my outlook for this week. My outlook for this week on gold. Yeah. So basically, the higher time frame, you can see that we're still very much on the higher time frame. We're still very much bullish. We're still very bullish on the daily
Mm,
time frame. Yeah.
yeah.
So basically, we are going to be focusing on top-down analysis and how we can actually maximize our profits with this strategy. I'm actually going to be like revealing and the perfect way to approach the market. So basically, you go to your higher time frame and look at what the market is doing. Going to the higher time frame gives you the understanding of where the big boys are lying and their view and where they are looking forward to take their shot, where they are looking forward to take their trade from. So that's why it's very necessary to go to the higher time frame. The higher time frames give you the understanding to actually like uh know where to focus your attention on. And just like on the higher time frame is very much more better to do what to mark out your zones on the higher time frame, right? It's always much more better to mark out your zones on the higher time frame. And on gold recently, we have this high. Are you following?
Mm,
We have this high on gold. The market is currently finding it hard to break. We have this high on gold. The market is currently finding it hard to break. We have this high on gold. The gold is actually finding it hard to break at the moment. But we're not focusing attention on that for now. But it's actually very significant. But let's focus on where gold is at the moment. Where is gold at the moment? So we have this significant support level right here. I hope you can hear me very well.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we have this significant support level right here. The market is also finding it hard to break to the downside. All this significant support level right here. All this significant support level right here. And then, on the higher time frame, we just try as much as possible to do it, to find out our zones, and look at what the market is doing right
Mm,
now and how we can actually bank off the opportunity. So we have this significant zone right here as well. We have this significant right here. We have this significant high. We have this lower high right here, right? Now this is our latest. This is our high presently. These are current highest points as of this moment, not the market highest points. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah, these are current high, and we have this as a lower high. We have this as what? A lower low, right? We have this point as a lower low, and market is creating a lower low right here as well. So right here on this 4 hour time frame, we can see a minor bearish move, and uh that minor bearish move will only stand if we have another low right here. If we have another low right here, then we have a retest. This is basically my expectation on gold this week, but I'm going to break that down very well for you. I'm going to actually break that down very well. So let's try our best to do what? To mark out zones, to mark out our zones first. What are we looking at? What are we looking at on gold? What are we looking at on gold at the moment? What are we looking at on gold at the moment? On gold, we're having a minor bearish move as of this point. And you can see basically when markets created this high, it was finding hesitations at this point. It was finding hesitations to break above this point. And as of last week, I was initially expecting it was finding okay, this was not last week. This was not created last week. This was about 2 weeks ago. This is 4 hours time frame chart. This point is right here. As of when market was at this point, I was on a buy at this point up to this level. And I was expecting gold to buy up to this level right here. I was expecting gold to at least buy up to this significant resistance level right here. But market is currently doing what? Finding hesitations to break above this level. And you can see that if you look very, very well at this point, market tried to create like a double top right here. If you look at the 15 minutes time frame, that level, can you see right here? Market tried to create like a double top and it started coming all the way down from there, right? Are you following?
Yeah.
And started coming all the way down from there. So basically, without taking much of our time, what's our expectation on gold right now? What's our expectation? It's more like gold is basically ranging between this high right here. It's more like gold is actually ranging between this high right here. It's more like gold is ranging between this high right here and this low. That's what it is like on this higher time frame. But how do we make the most of the opportunity? What are we majorly looking at? And what is the market saying presently at this point? What is the market saying? Now let's try by marking out our significant highs and lows first. Let's start by marking out our significant. So we have a significant high right here. Are you following? We have a significant high right here. Am I right?
Yeah. Mm.
So we have a significant high right here. Right here as well, we have another significant uh support level that became a resistance level right here. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And right here as well, where the market is at this point in time is a significant support level, a significant resistance level. The market broke to the top side and is now becoming a support level, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it is the action that we get. I don't think I even need to mark out this level because basically, the market has reacted to this level. We have an indication. We had a break of this zone right here. And what did market do? Very, very clear. It came back to retest this level. So initially, when I was expecting gold to buy below, be above this level, as I was getting these hesitations right here, and I was seeing this bearish candlestick that was suggesting the continuous movement to the downside, I should have literally do what? Close my buy trade and start looking for something else. Because this zone that looks like is not a zone. That area that looks like this area right here that looks like is not a zone. If you check the lower time frame, you will see it very, very clearly. But we're actually going to be doing that. So now, what are we basically expressing on gold? Let me explain first on this 4 hours time frame before we go into the lower time frames. What are we expressing on gold? Now, we can see a minor bearish move happening on gold right now, right? You can see market started creating hesitation and it's created a double top right here, and market started selling and it's broke this last low right here, right? And when market broke it, what did it do? It came back to retest this level, and as retesting this level, it's coming back up to this point. Now, if we are able to get a break of this level, like I told you last week, if we are able to get a break of this level, we're definitely going to be having what? A retest, right? Or a correction. And we're going to expect gold to sell back up to this level right here. I don't know if you actually get that. Do you understand me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because right here, until we get a break, the reason why I said until we get a break, we don't actually know what we are going to do yet is that right at this level where gold is at, there's possibility of us having what? If gold is unable to break that level, there's possibility of us having a W pattern right here, and gold will just keep what? Hesitating. And anything that makes gold break this level is going to give a retest at this level and continue the movement to the top side. But if we definitely have a break, if we have a break of this level, and this is a significant resistance level right here, because on the lower time frame, market came back to retest this level about 3 times. Market came back to retest that level about 3 times to show you how powerful that level is. But when it got weakened and we have a news break, can you see the way it started spiking up to the top side? So, but if we are able to have a break of this level, this is a very, very significant zone. And we are basically going to be trading the zone. Nothing, no complications. No complications.
Mm.
Our goal as traders is to try as much as possible to keep everything simple. Do you understand what I'm saying? The goal is to keep everything simple,
mm,
and whilst keeping everything simple, it actually gives us an edge. It gives us an edge to keep our mind calm and avoid all the storm
yeah,
and avoid all the storm that is going on in the market at the moment. Do you understand me? So now let's go down to the lower
mm,
time frame.
mm,
So if we have gold break this level, no complications. If we have gold break this level, then we'll probably wait for a correction, yeah, up to retesting that level. Then we are going to get on the sell aggressively. So it's a two-way view, depending on the action of the market.
mm,
We can't force the markets to move in a particular direction, but any direction the market moves in, it is our best, it is in our power as traders to do what? To know how to actually capitalize on that opportunity. Do you understand me now? To know how to capitalize on that opportunity and be able to make the most out of the market. Let me delete this and go down to the 1 hour time frame. And what are we looking at the 1 hour time frame? So you can see on the 1 hour time frame, yes, see that level that I marked out right here, that the market came back to retest. Can you see how significant that level is on the
yeah,
1 hour time frame? Can you see how significant that level is on the 1 hour time frame?
yeah.
Right here,
It, it's
market has
pretty
simply
big.
just been moving, following this trend exactly. And even if you drew your trend line from here, that zone that market came back to retest was the third touch of this trend line. Can you see? Can you see right?
Mm,
It was that third touch of the trend line that gave the crazy spike that gave the spike to the top side and started having movement to the top side. It was that spike, it was that third touch area that market came back to retest and started falling. I can see why I said this was a double top. You see, immediately market got to this point, it
mm,
tried as much as possible to break above, but we had this long overhead weak rejection. And immediately after that weak rejection, we started seeing bearish patterns in the market. And from there, what happened? Market continues selling massively. Market continues selling massively, massively. So on the 1 hour time frame, no complications, no complications. Basically, still what we are seeing on the 4 hours time frame. Because right here is more like market has been consolidating for a very, very long period of time. Considering market has just been consolidating between these zones. So we're basically capitalizing on where the breaks will come on, where the break will come out from. But basically we can't enter a buy now. The only thing that can make us enter a buy is when we start seeing enough rejections from here. When we start seeing enough rejections from here, and we can want to capitalize the buy up to this level. But the best way to actually get on this buy is to wait for if market breaks this level, breaks this marked out zone right here like this, and we are able to get a retest, then we're going to target this next high right here. Are you following?
yeah,
So we're going to target that next high right there. So there's no complication, no nothing, no no hard feeling, no hard strategy, just very very simple market analysis. Very very simple market analysis. Follow the trend of the market, become a friend with the market, with the trend of the market. Then you do what? You follow the big boys move in the market. That's the best way to actually make the most in trading. That's the best way to make the most in trading. And as a trader, you must be able to identify the consolidation zones, and avoid trading choppy markets. You make sure that you trade what you actually understand, what you see on the chart, and what actually aligns with your confidence. What actually aligns with your confidence. That's one of the main reasons why you see some professional trader that they try as much as possible. When you see a trade going opposite direction and you don't want it to eat your and you don't want it to eat your stop loss. When you see that your confidence is no longer
mhm,
aligned, the main reason why you enter that trade is no longer intact. There's no point holding the trade, right? There's no point holding that trade. There's no
yeah,
point holding such trade. Just close on, free your mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's nothing there's nothing complicating in this. And you remember a cell that I sent in to the group I don't know if you actually remember a sale that I sent it to the group that you were saying you saw a buy. I don't know if you actually remember that.
Yeah. Yes, I
What time frame
remember.
was that? Was it 5 minutes time frame?
No, I think it was 15.
I'm trying to identify that W pattern. I'm trying to identify that chart, and I want to tell you the main reason why I sold, regardless of what that pattern was actually showing. Because I know you will be surprised that I was trying to sell, right? Were you not
But I
surprised?
saw a W pattern. I was
But you were,
surprised. I saw a W.
yeah, you were surprised that
Mm,
I wanted to sell,
initially.
that I was selling, right? But at the
Yeah.
same time, you see that that sell trade went massively.
Mm,
Yes.
so, it, yes, that's it. The W pattern.
Is it this?
No, not that one. The other one. No, no, you're fast. Uh-huh. Oh, yes, that area.
This one?
So it's give me
Is it this one?
going down. Yes.
You sure? Let me mark it out and go to the lower time frame. Because this is the 1 hour time frame, and I'm not sure.
Mm,
I'm not sure it's the one. I think it's this one.
Yes,
I
this
think it's this
one.
one. Yeah, this one, this one. Is this one right here? Is this one right here? Is this one?
Yeah.
Is this it? Is this one right here? This is the W pattern.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. So what was the main reason behind my sell trade? Yeah. If you were going to buy, the main reason behind my sell trade was that regardless of what the W pattern was actually saying, the W pattern was clear and it gave its profits. But that W pattern,
Mm,
it gave its profit at least moving from the second leg of the W pattern up to this level right here was about 120 pips. So if you had initially gotten in after the second leg of the W pattern, you could have made 120 pips, smart profit, and be out of the market. Yeah. But the main reason why I sold in that trade was I was able to identify the tug of war between the buyers and the sellers and who is more in control at that point in time. Now we are basically seeing hesitations that the market was finding it hard to actually break this resistance level right here. And you can see these spikes, the way the market started spiking to the downside. Now basically this
mm,
rejection, this reversal right here was more or less like uh was more or less like a correction, right? It was more or less like a correction. Market was basically correcting. Market was basically correcting. Can you see that market came back to retest a previous resistance level? Can you see this resistance level right here? Can you see that it's more
mm,
like we had a break of a low? Then what did market do? Market came back to retest that low and started dropping massively, massively. And this week right here was a result of the news. It was the news that gave this spike to the downside, meaning that, and I sent that signal in before the news, and even the news just went according to the signal, and everything was smooth, very very smooth. And I had somebody that actually made profit from that trade that sent it to my DM, and we spoke for a while. Do you understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's more or less like understanding who is in control of the market at the point in time. Trust much as possible to do that. Who is in control of the market? Is it the buyers or the sellers, or who exactly is in control of the market? Now, right here, we are trying to have a break of this downside. We're trying to have a proper break of this to the downside. And if we get a break at least rejecting up to this level, or this level right here, then we're going to have a retest right here, and this chart will be for signs. It will be for signs and for wonders. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is exactly my basic outlook for gold this week. No complications. Uh, nothing much. You can see right here, this consolidation area right here. Can you see? Market broke that consolidation zone to the downside right here and came back to do what? Simply came back to retest. So if we want to continue this sell movement, then we need to what? We need another lower low. And that low has to break this previous low. Breaking this previous low will definitely come and give us what? Another lower high. And that lower high that is giving us right here will give rejections to the downside and we'll start seeing continuations of downtrend. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I actually feel very, very exhausted.
Mm, mm.
Yes. So no
And
complications. Okay,
trend
I'm listening.
line.
What do you say?
I was asking if we could draw a trend line.
At this level,
No, at the top.
I'm not sure if the trend line will work here.
No, not that level. The other top. The main resistance.
This one,
Yeah. The further one. Left. Go to your left.
this one,
Further away. The far end.
the trend line is not looking visible here. But it's a very, very simple strategy, which is top-down analysis. Go to your daily time frame, look at what the market is doing, go down to the 4 hours time frame, analyze the market according to what you see currently, which is the trend of the market, and go down to the 1 hour time frame. Also study the movements in the trend and the major zones that the market is actually reacting from. And what do? Scale down to the 15 minute time frame and wait for your patterns to actually form. When the patterns form, what do? Shoot immediately. You shoot immediately. So that's the basic idea of today's trading. If we have a break, either to the top side or to the downside, it will give us the basis of our decision making and how to actually make the most of trading. So that's all. That's all for tonight, guys. So I don't know if you actually have a question though. If you have a question. So this is the Nasdaq trade I actually placed. Uh I was saying I placed a trade on Nasdaq. I did an analysis on Nasdaq.
Mm,
Okay, so this is that trade on Nasdaq and it's actually going nice. Can you see?
yeah. See a W pattern form.
Yeah, see, even a W pattern formed. And now market is even as of where the market is right now, if this 1 hour candlestick that will close in the next 30 seconds, if it closes above that level, you can
Yeah.
even enter here. You can even enter from that level and set your stop loss below this zone right here, below where my cursor is. Do you understand? And this is a very, very smooth trade. This is a very, very, very smooth trade. And how many pips? Nasdaq also moves fast as well. How many pips profit is this? This is 64 pips profit already. And that's nice enough. That's dope enough. So you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's very, very simple. If you have a break to the downside, you sell. If you have a break to the upside, buy. and we target the next high. So that's all for tonight. See you in the next. If you watch up to this extent, please make sure you subscribe, like, comment. I actually feel exhausted tonight, guys. So the next episode, I'll drop another video for you on Tuesday. A recap of the result of our analysis and how we're able to take trade off it. See you guys by then. Yeah, ciao.